Yesterday's results: a 2-0 win of Trinidad and Tobago over Cuba and a surprising goalless draw between Mexico and Guatemala didn't bring that many changes to the overall expected tournament outcome that I have here, but the devil's is in detail, so let's look at it very slightly. We have, first of all, Trinidad and Tobago qualified for sure already for the next round and are the second team in the quarterfinals. But they are still here expected to be in second place in Group C, thanks to Mexico having a much higher rating and having a higher chance of winning against Trinidad and Tobago, at least from a ratings point of view. But it's exactly in this constellation here that there lies a lot of flux that could influence many things in the tournament. Also note that while Mexico didn't qualify mathematically, they all but qualified. I mean, they have 4 points. It will be very hard to knock them out of the quarterfinals with 4 points. The draw gave Guatemala a small lifeline and actually meant now that Panama is out of the tournament. Not out of the tournament, but out of the quarterfinal, at least in the expected outcomes and prior to the last day of group play. Speaking of the last day of group play, all these probabilities computed here are now based on the current ratings after the Group C finished playing their games. So this is really all up to date, and we see very slight changes. For instance, we see here that the US has slightly higher points total, as does Honduras, and actually it means also that this difference between Mexico and Trinidad and Tobago is extremely small, because Mexico lost a lot of points in the ELO rating yesterday, whereas Trinidad won as many points. Also here things a little bit more clear, with Jamaica having a larger margin over Costa Rica. And I won't go into the probabilities, but there have been slight changes here, you might see them. But the biggest change here is now that instead of Panama, we have Guatemala playing Jamaica. And now Jamaica is, of course, favored over Guatemala, meaning that Jamaica is scheduled to play Mexico in the semifinals, where they are expected to lose and then have a very tight third place playoff against Honduras. We're still on course for USA-Mexico final. However, that one really hinges on Mexico winning against Trinidad and Tobago. If they do not, Mexico and Trinidad will flip-flop spots here. Maybe Mexico could drop, but I more expect that they will flip-flop the spots here. And then Mexico is expected to play the US in the semifinal. And why is this crucial? Because in one time this would make Costa Rica's road to the final much easier. If Mexico is out of the way, it would be all Costa Rica here. And also the US road a lot harder to reach the final. Also the US would then play the Costa Rica, expected to play Costa Rica in the final, which is a hard opponent than Honduras. Having said all that, here are the probabilities of winning, and because of what I just said, the US actually lost quite some, and they are only about 40% now winning the tournament. Mexico is stable and Costa Rica slightly increased. Panama decreased further since they're out of the tournament, but still in fourth place thanks to their good rating. Trinidad and Jamaica shot up, and the rest is pretty much the same. Cuba is now even a clearer outsider. So not many changes on the face of it, but if you look into the details, actually quite some things happened yesterday, and will be very interesting to see how things pan out now in the next 3 days. Exciting Gold Cup, I have to say, so let's keep it up, and I hope you enjoy the games. I'll be back with a few more jerseys soon, and of course with the roundout for Group A, B's and C's in the upcoming days. Up until then, bye.